Imagine our early ancestors traversing the African savanna, moving across vast open plains, their eyes scanning the horizon for both prey and predators. These prehistoric humans were in a constant state of motion, driven by the need to secure food and water while evading the dangers lurking in the wild. Their lives were dictated by the elements and the relentless pursuit of survival. They hunted in groups, employing primitive tools and strategies to bring down game. Around the fire, they exchanged stories, knowledge, and warmth, forging bonds that strengthened their resilience against an unforgiving world. At some point in their journey, they began to adorn their bodies with coverings, an innovation that likely stemmed from necessity rather than mere curiosity. The precise moment this occurred is difficult to pinpoint, obscured by the vast stretches of history. Yet, through the disciplines of archaeology, anthropology, and genetics, we can piece together a compelling narrative of human ingenuity. Evidence suggests that rudimentary clothing emerged between 100,000 and 500,000 years ago, an era marked by profound adaptations. This development coincided with humanity's migration out of Africa and into harsher climates where survival demanded new strategies. As they ventured into unfamiliar lands, they encountered chilling temperatures unlike anything they had experienced before. To combat the cold, they built shelters, mastered fire, and devised protective coverings. Necessity, as always, was the mother of invention, pushing them to craft garments that offered warmth and security. But this shift was more than a matter of survival. It signified a deeper transformation. The creation of clothing reflected not only human adaptability but also creativity and foresight. It was a defining step in our species' evolution, demonstrating an ever-growing ability to manipulate the environment and innovate in response to new challenges. In this way, clothing became more than mere protection. It was a reflection of resilience, resourcefulness, and the boundless ingenuity that has carried humankind forward. The Earth's climate has fluctuated dramatically over millennia. From scorching deserts to icy landscapes, humans adapted to survive in diverse environments. Clothing became essential for regulating body temperature. In colder regions, furs and hides provided insulation against the biting cold, trapping warm air close to the body to prevent heat loss. Conversely, in hotter climates, light and loose-fitting garments allowed air to circulate, keeping the body cool. Early humans likely wove simple fabrics from plant fibers for this purpose. In essence, clothing became a portable form of shelter, enabling humans to thrive in challenging climates. Beyond temperature regulation, clothing served as a crucial shield against environmental hazards. Thick hides protected early hunters from the teeth and claws of their prey, while garments offered defense against the sun's harsh rays, reducing the risk of sunburn and skin damage. Thorns, insects, and poisonous plants posed constant threats, but clothing provided a protective barrier, minimizing exposure and lowering the risk of injury or infection. This practical use of clothing underscores its vital role in human survival. As humans evolved, so did the role of clothing. What began as a practical necessity gradually transformed into a powerful means of communication. Different tribes and communities developed unique styles of dress, often using natural dyes and pigments to create distinctive colors and patterns. Clothing became a visual marker of identity, signaling affiliation and social standing within a group. This early form of social differentiation laid the foundation for cultural norms and traditions tied to dress. Just as we use language to communicate, early humans began using clothing to express their place in the world. The desire for self-expression is deeply ingrained in human nature. Even in prehistoric times, people sought ways to enhance their appearance and stand out. Early adornments included shells, bones, feathers, and teeth, often strung together to create necklaces, bracelets, and other jewelry. As societies advanced, so did the sophistication of ornamentation. Intricate beadwork, elaborate headdresses, and body paint became common across many cultures. These early fashion statements were not merely decorative, they carried deep cultural and spiritual significance. Throughout history, function and fashion have been closely intertwined. Garments often served practical purposes, while also reflecting aesthetic sensibilities and social norms. Roman soldiers, for example, wore armor for protection in battle, but its design and ornamentation also conveyed their rank and status. Similarly, the elaborate costumes of royalty and nobility elevated their position and inspired awe. Even today, we see this interplay between function and fashion in specialized clothing, such as sportswear and uniforms. The materials used to create clothing have evolved dramatically over time. From the earliest days of civilization, humans sought ways to protect themselves from the elements and express their identity through what they wore. Early garments, made from animal hides and plant fibers, provided basic protection but were often cumbersome and limited in function. Over time, humans developed more advanced techniques to refine textiles, leading to greater comfort, durability, and variety in clothing. The invention of weaving and spinning marked a turning point in textile history. These innovations enabled the production of linen, cotton, and wool, materials that offered both practicality and aesthetic appeal. Linen, valued for its coolness and durability, thrived in hot climates, while cotton's softness and breathability made it a global staple. Wool, known for its warmth and resilience, was ideal for colder regions. These advancements allowed for more intricate designs, improved fit, and greater ease of movement, supporting the increasingly complex tasks of daily life. Silk, introduced to the Western world through the Silk Road, quickly became a symbol of wealth and prestige. Prized for its smooth texture and elegant drape, it was highly sought after by the elite. The demand for silk spurred trade expansion and innovation in textile production, influencing the economies and cultures of many societies. The Industrial Revolution brought a seismic shift in fabric production. The introduction of mechanized weaving and synthetic fibers like nylon and polyester revolutionized the industry. These materials were not only more affordable but also offered enhanced durability, wrinkle resistance, and water repellence, qualities natural fibers lacked. Mass production made clothing more accessible than ever, fueling the rise of fashion as both an industry and a form of self-expression. Today we have a vast array of fabrics at our disposal, each with unique properties tailored for specific uses. From high-performance athletic wear to luxurious couture, the evolution of textiles continues to shape how we live, work, and express ourselves, reflecting humanity's endless drive for innovation and creativity. Fashion is a dynamic reflection of society, culture, and technology, constantly evolving with time. From the invention of the sewing machine to the rise of fast fashion, innovation has continuously reshaped the way we dress. Designers push boundaries, experimenting with new materials, silhouettes, and production techniques to redefine style. The digital age has introduced groundbreaking advancements such as virtual fashion and 3D printing, expanding the possibilities of clothing design and sustainability. More than just aesthetics, fashion reflects our values, aspirations, and even anxieties, offering a unique lens through which we understand the human experience. As we look ahead, sustainability is shaping the future of fashion. The industry is undergoing a transformative shift, driven by growing awareness of the environmental and social impact of clothing production. Designers, brands, and consumers alike recognize the urgent need for ethical and eco-conscious practices. Traditional manufacturing relies heavily on harmful chemicals, excessive water usage, and resource depletion, while the fast fashion model has contributed to massive textile waste, with millions of tons ending up in landfills annually. In response, consumers are demanding greater transparency, fair labor practices, and environmentally responsible alternatives. This shift in behavior is pushing brands to rethink production methods and adopt innovative approaches. Circular design principles, where products are made to be reused, repaired, and recycled, are gaining momentum. Designers are experimenting with sustainable fabrics such as organic cotton, recycled polyester, and even materials derived from algae and mushrooms. The fashion industry is also embracing technological advancements like biodegradable textiles and AI-driven waste reduction. Mindful consumption will define the way we dress in the years to come. By prioritizing sustainability, the fashion world can lead the charge in promoting environmental stewardship, social equity, and a more responsible approach to clothing. Fashion is more than just self-expression. It has the power to drive meaningful change and create a brighter future for both people and the planet.